Yeah, welcome to today's video. As I always say, chess is a beautiful game. Chess is a brutal game. Also, let me add another one today. Chess is a disappointing game. Yeah, chess can really disappoint you. So let's have a look at this match and you'll see why I'm saying chess can really disappoint you. So I was playing, I got a request for a match from this particular player. Uh, his in rating is quite higher than me. Yeah, he is 1400. I'm 1100. But let's see how this game went, and you'll see why I'm saying a chess game can actually disappoint you. So my opponent opened with oh no, I started. I started with e4 as usual. That is my usual opening. That is how I open my game of chess always. Then my opponent went d5. So here I took a piece. Of course, he was going to take back with the knight. And when he does that, I'm developing my knight to attack him. So he has to go back. So meaning he's making more than one move with the queen. That gives me time to develop my pieces. So after he's gone, I developed the pawn to e4, giving d4, giving space for me to develop my c1 bishop. So he went to the knight. I also did, okay. I did the two knight defenses opening. Then when he brought the bishop attacking my knight and pinning it to my queen, I think I've told you before about a pin. Now this is what a pin looks like in a game. So I defended that by developing my bishop. He pushed. I pushed, trying to chase away the bishop. He just slided back, still maintaining the pin. Though this is not really a strong pin because once he takes the knight, I take back with my bishop. So yeah, basically, and he would attack that king again because the light squared bishop from his side will be gone. So I don't have any threat on my side. So I castled, pushed. I pushed to also pin. He also defended the same way like me. Okay, so in this position, why I made that move, I was making that move so that I come to the c5 square and then I attack this b7 pawn. But my opponent saw that, so he pushed that pawn. But either way, I decided to still do the same thing and push. So he took and I took, and then also I had two things in mind. I was hoping for two things, and mm, uh, my opponent played into what I wanted him to do. So basically, what I wanted was he takes this knight, which means I'll take back with this pawn. And in the opening, it's never a good idea exchanging bishops and knights. If you're exchanging, then just exchange a bishop and a bishop, or a knight and a knight. It's always better like that, rather than exchanging the different pieces. So what I did here, that's why you see even this pin at g5. I'm maintaining it. I'm not taking the knight. I'm just maintaining it so that in case he moves the knight, then I can take the bishop, the dark square bishop. Yeah, that was basically my idea here. Why you see that pin is maintained, and then now once he's taken my knight, then I've moved that. Then what happens is he takes my queen. But once he takes my queen, then this file is open just for me. I'm literally controlling the center. That was the one of the reasons why I did this. But there is an issue here. As you can see, then the bishop at e2 is actually hanging. It's not defended by any piece. It was initially defended by the queen, but now the queen is not in play. It's been captured. So what I did when he did this, I was trying to see what he was trying to play. and I didn't see what this move actually did in the game. So I pushed my bishop mainly to just defend it, but it's not a good idea because you see it's blocking the way for my it's the file now is blocked for the rook. So I castled, then I pushed to deflect this knight away from that square, but he took back the took, so now this is open. He pushed. I also pushed now to attack that bishop and chase it away. He went, and then I went to attack the same bishop. The bishop itself didn't have any other place to go. So here I was thinking, but then my opponent missed a very nice move here. Because, but anyway, it wouldn't work. But usually in a game, having your pieces set up like this is never a good idea. Because, for example, okay, for now, why I'm saying it's not a good idea is because in case he pushed, then I would have taken this bishop threatening to take the rook, so it wasn't a good idea. But say this rook was not here, it was somewhere else. Then having my pieces like this was a very bad idea because once he pushed this, then I have to take. Otherwise, he has an option of taking either pieces. So probably I'd taken with the bishop. Obviously with the bishop because you can't take a knight. You know how the knight moves. I take with the bishop. He takes back, then I have to move my knight away, which was of course now a very bad position to find yourself in. So anyway, let's continue. And then I took. Now you see what I was saying. In this position, once I've taken the bishop with the knight, I'm threatening uh, the rook. So he has to take back. But now I had another thing in mind. You see, this particular box is defended by these knights. But once I move this, but moving my bishop here attacks this rook. So essentially, you're having a tempo on the rook. So there's something called removing the guard. So removing the guard here is this is defending this. So what do I do? I take it out of the game. I capture it. Then I attack this position. Okay, it takes back. Then I attack the rook. Then obviously the rook has to move, it's attacking me. And then also this thing in a game. You see, always defend your bishop with your pawn. They can't be captured because if the rook is captured, but the rook should be in front of the pawn. Yes, not behind it, in front of it. The pawn should be what is behind the bishop. Because now in this case, for example, this is the only setup where you can't have you're removing the defender and now attacking the piece that is defended because both of them defend each other. So it's hard. This one is always this setup. I always like it so much. When things are becoming terrible and hostile, then this is a way of defending your piece. A very nice setup. So I pushed. Okay. So here in my mind, I knew probably. Let me show you. Here, this particular move in my mind, I knew probably my opponent knows en passant. So you see, if it was like this, and then I push, then it takes. No, the thing is, if I pushed and then maybe it doesn't take, now I have this particular setup, and I have this pawn coming closer to being queen. So I decided to push and see if he knows en passant, so that once he takes with en passant, then I just take it back and still connect my pawns. So yes, he knew en passant. I took, he came, I pushed. So yeah, basically it's just trying to now get into the half of my opponent. Then he made this move, then that. Okay. So yeah, I think my opponent made some errors. I was trying to attack. I don't know if he wanted to attack my pawn at 3 b b3 or what, but how he was doing it, I think was wrong. because once I did that, he had he had an option of taking my pawn and also defending the knight that I'm attacking. But now in his head, I don't know what he thought. He decided to move the knight to attack me, which is I don't know what he was doing. So I just decided to defend my pawn. Then he came back again to attack the rook, and then I moved. Then he attacked the rook again. I moved. Then now here is where I made a mistake. I never like knights in the end game because knights can fork you anytime, even when you don't expect it. And that is what happened to me here. So I didn't see it. I went to defend my pawn. My opponent played this. You see, even the evaluation by saying that is a very my chances of winning have really dropped. So he forked, just decided to defend the rook. Once he takes the rook, I take back. My chances of winning here were so low, but I'm a chess engineer, man. I fight. I don't stop. So I went there. And then now it was a matter of now seeing who queens fast. So I went, I pushed, he pushed, I pushed, he pushed. But according to the evaluation by now, I'm in a better position to win the game than him. I pushed, he pushed, I pushed. So I don't know why the evaluation but gave me very low points here. But my idea here was in case he takes literally when I open this, when I made this push, I was threatening to take this rook. That was what I was thinking because I thought he would take this pawn with this rook. Okay, it's baiting him. Sometimes some people in their head are saying this is a free pawn, I go for it, and then they forget that they actually have their piece somewhere that was not defended. But anyway, he saw it. So he played this move. And according to the evaluation, but this was a very bad move, and I think I know why. Because he's trying to defend the pawn at d2. But now I have the opportunity to push uh, and attack his rook, and he can't do anything about it because even if he comes behind the rook to defend me queening, then I have this bishop here, which just takes. So he decided to do that, and of course that was a free piece. So according to the evaluation by I had mate in 9. I think I also showed you that yesterday what mate means. But anyway, let's continue. Then he queened, he took back, then I pushed, he came, checked, he moved, I moved. Now here is where I think okay, mate in 8, but I think I made an is it from okay, let's continue. I have mate in 8. Then I made a queen. Then he took, I took. And now this is what I mean when I say game of chess is disappointing. If you see all my position from this point of me winning this rook, I was totally winning. There was no way he was going to stop me. But I was so fixated on winning his pieces to a point that I forgot the main goal of the game. The main goal of the game is not to win so many pieces. The main aim of the game is to see how you check the king. So in whatever move you make, you try to evaluate what do I do to win a piece? No, what do I do to check? Are there checking options? How is the situation of the king? Does he have any legal moves? If they don't have legal moves, that's where stalemate comes in. And this is a clear case of not studying your surrounding very well. I was so fixated on taking the pieces. To a point I forgot that I'm actually supposed to win this game. So yeah, that is how I was disappointed in a game that I was winning. I was totally winning. There was no way this guy was going to beat me. But yeah, it is what it is. It was a draw. Very disappointing. So disappointing drawing a game that you're winning like this. Yeah, but anyway, it was a beautiful game. And I'm enjoying this because this guy has very high ratings, but I was better than him. And to me, that's a plus. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching this. You've seen what not to do in chess and what to do in chess from this. So yeah, thank you, and I hope to see you again. Till the next one, goodbye. And please continue subscribing. Those who have subscribed, I'm humbled. Those who are watching my videos, I'm also humbled. Yeah, continue supporting me. Thanks.